Hi everyone, I'm Sarka. Welcome to today's class, Find Your Balance. We'll do some warming up and then a couple balance sequences that I hope you enjoy. You don't need any props, but of course you're always welcome to use a block as needed. So grab whatever you need and I'll see you on the mat. Take a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes, palms resting on your thighs. Take your head back to bring your ears in over the shoulders. Relax your jaw. And just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Finding length in the spine. And finding softness, grounding, release. Melting any tension away, any thoughts, worries. Just starting fresh in our body and with our breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. And just take a moment to set an intention, maybe something you're grateful for in your life, maybe what allowed you to be here today, showing up for yourself. Set that now. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Slowly release your hands and open your eyes. Let's start on our back, preparing for a low bridge, just to reset our posture, reset our pelvis, our scapula. So bend your knees, feet on the mat, walk your feet out so they're not directly under the knees. Place your hands on your hip bones, draw the low belly down into the mat, but keep a natural curve in the spine. So draw it all in, energetically draw the hip bones together, chin down, lengthen the back of the neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee, hover it over your hip, and then bring it back down. Other side, right knee over the hip. And then at your own pace, march your legs. But keep drawing the belly in, so don't use momentum here. Try to lift up from your strong hips and glutes are on, your core is engaged. Everything is very powerful and strong, even as we're just moving our legs. Good, one more round wherever you're at. Then come back to neutral. Draw the belly in, bring your hands down onto the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, firm your glutes, lift your hips up into a low bridge. Draw the belly in, super strong. Now march the legs with your hips lifted. If this is too much, you can always bring your hips lower or you can keep them on the mat. But try not to use momentum and try to keep your pelvis level so you're not dipping or tipping. Just really nice and strong and controlled. Even your core is engaged here and your palms are nice and strong. Your arms are strong. You might even be gripping the mat. Good. Now really powerful marching, warming up our glutes, our core. One more round. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring your feet down and lower your hips and your spine segmentally. Interlace your fingers behind your head, elbows towards the ceiling, cup your skull, and bring your knees over your hips. Preparing for abdominal curls. Draw the belly in, take an inhale. Exhale, come up off your head and shoulders, look down at your belly button, try not to dome the low belly, so hug it in. Inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, super strong in your core. You're hugging everything in. Inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, super strong. Inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right leg, stretch it about 70 degrees. And now lift up a little bit higher and let your head relax in your hands. Inhale, bend your knee and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left leg 70 degrees, nice and strong. Look at your belly button, draw it down. Inhale, back to center and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right leg 70 degrees. Turn your body to the left on an axis, maybe not too much, and come up off your left shoulder blade. Head relaxes in your hands. Inhale, back to center and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left leg 70 degrees. Turn your body to the right, and now come up off your right shoulder blade. Draw the low belly down, really strong. Inhale, back to center and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right leg 70 degrees. Turn to the left. Right arm reaches across and lift. And you can take your left hand and pull the right wrist. Inhale, back to center and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left leg 70 degrees. Turn to your right. Come up off your right shoulder blade. Left arm reaches across and take your right hand and you can pull the left wrist. Inhale, back to center and lower. Great job. Give yourself a hug. Bring your feet down on the mat. Draw the low belly in and bring your knees over to the left for a spinal twist. Your feet are wide, grounding into the inner arch of your right foot. Tap your right glute. Just make sure that's on. Right ribs down. Stretch your right arm overhead. Take your left hand and gap the left wrist or the right wrist and pull the right side body as you're stretching down into your right hip, right leg, right glute. Everything's strong and active. Inhale and exhale. Release. Feet back to wide and then bring your knees over to the right. Ground into the inner arch of your left foot. Left arm overhead. Take your right hand and pull the left wrist. As you're pulling, try not to pop in the chest. Keep drawing the rib cage down. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release. Give yourself a hug and then rock and roll up to tabletop, hands and knees. Hands are right under the shoulders. Grip the mat, wrist crease parallel to the front edge of the mat. Walk your knees a little bit ahead of the hips. Tuck your toes, draw the belly in. Now keep this really strong and imagine the back of your skull is in line with your scapula. So just feel that core engagement. Now without moving the pelvis or your shoulders, step your left foot back. Draw that in. Now float the left leg up from your glutes. So try not to dip in the low back. You don't have to lift it that high. Draw it in and then bend the knee and take glute pulses. And try to lift from the hip and from your glute. Really strong. Then take your right hand or right arm, bring it alongside your ears. Keep looking down, so ensure a neutral neck. And just a little bit of balance here. Come a little bit into your left hand, left shoulder. Stabilize there. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Draw everything in. Step your right foot back, super strong. Now firm your glute first and then lift. Really, really strong and controlled. Bend the top knee and pulse. Pulse from the hip, not from the low back. Take it slow. Go slower. Slower is better. Then bring your left arm alongside your ears, or your left ear, and just draw that in. Grip the mat with your right hand. Maybe come onto that right side a little bit to balance you out. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Come down onto your forearms for Dolphin. Bring your elbows right under the shoulders. Let your head relax. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. Walk the feet in. Bend the knees. Hips high in the sky. Good, now bring your feet wide as the mat, and just for a little bit of balance, and then come up onto your left fingertips and walk your hand out to the left. So you're just balancing on one forearm. Maybe even take your left hand and you can bring it alongside your body or behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hand, forearm, and then other side. Right arm out, maybe on your fingertips. Draw it in, and then right arm can kind of be wherever, maybe on the low back. Finding some balance here. You're drawing the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, forearm down, knees down, come into child's pose. Stretch it out, maybe flip your palms to stretch a little bit more in your shoulders. You can find movement here, you can be still. Try to relax your jaw or just notice anywhere that is feeling tension. Try to use the breath to soften there. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly come up. Make your way to downward facing dog. Hands are strong, strong shoulders. You can bend the knees as much as you like to have a nice long spine, or you can try to draw your heels towards the mat, but try not to lose it in the core and the shoulders. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Hands to the mat, step the right foot back, back knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, arms lift, draw the belly in. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower, keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, pull the hands back energetically, cobra. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, back knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, arms lift. Left glute is on, nice and long spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Step the left foot back, back knee down, toes tucked. This time, inhale, arms lift. Keep your left arm up and then right hand behind your back, your sacrum. Draw the belly into that hand. Inhale and exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Shoulders are right on top of the wrist, knees down and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, back knee down, toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Right arm up, left hand behind the back, draw the belly in, firm that right glute. You can even tap your butt right there. Good. Inhale and exhale. Hands to the mat. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Step the right foot back, back knee down, toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Elbows are bent. Draw the belly into the hands. Watch the back of the head, back of the neck in line. Inhale and exhale, lean, lift the back knee. Come into a leaning crescent, nice and strong. We're gonna move into warrior three. Inhale. Exhale, float the back leg up. You can keep your left knee bent if you like, or take any airplane warrior three variation, or keep your elbows bent and hands clasped. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up, one-legged Tadasana, release your hands to your heart, and stay here, catch your breath, inhale. Exhale, moving to tree pose, try to land your heel, opening up that right hip. Strong in the left standing leg. Inhale. Exhale, back to one-legged Tadasana, and then wrap your leg around for eagle. You can take a double bind or tap. Bring your right arm under the left. Bind. Bring your elbows up a little, parallel to the mat. Nice and strong in your eagle. Inhale. Exhale, release. Back into one-legged Tadasana, hands to your heart. Nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, figure four. So you can stay here, or you can come into a figure four chair. If you lose your balance, that's okay. We wobble in life. We catch ourselves, we start again. Inhale, come up. And exhale, step to Crescent Lunge. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower. Inhale, cobra, pulling the chest through. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, back knee down, toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Interlace your fingers behind your back, elbows bent, draw the belly in. So you're firming the left glute. So a lot of balancing is all about the glutes, stability in the hips. So we're warming that up and putting demand there. Inhale, exhale, lean, lift on the back, or lift the back knee, leaning crescent, watch the back of the head, shoulders are open, core engaged. Inhale, exhale, lift into warrior three, airplane. Good. And inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Release the hands, hands to your heart. Inhale, exhale, tree. Try not to use your hands. Of course you can use your hands, or you can even use a wall, but just really try to open up that hip from a place of strength. Inhale, exhale, left knee forward again, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, eagle, wrap. You can double wrap or tap and bring your left arm under the right. Palms together, elbows parallel to the ground so you can lift it up for a little bit more shoulder stretch. Good, inhale. Exhale, release, hands to your heart, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale here, and exhale, figure four. So opening that up. Stay here, you can come into more of a chair. Take any variation you like, modify as you need. Inhale, and exhale, step to Crescent Lunge. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower, keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, cobra, pulling the chest through. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Just stretch it out here in your down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Hands to the mat, step or jump to plank. Now you can keep your knees down or leave them as they are, and lower chaturanga with control. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in your down dog, strong in your shoulders. Core is engaged, lifting your hips high. Heels down, if you can keep that engagement in the shoulders, the core, and a long spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Hands to the mat, step or jump to plank. Shoulders right on top of the wrist. Dial the hands out, pull the hands back, and just bend the elbows as you lower, keeping your scapula on the back. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Come into a happy squat. Come up onto your fingertips. Bend the knees. Send the hips back and up. And lift your low belly off your thighs. So you can hang here, but we want to also stay nice and active. You can even look at your feet. Lift your toes. Spread the toes just to activate through four corners of your feet. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come into straighten your legs a little bit, then turn to your left for a crisscross fold. You can always keep your knees soft here and stretching out the right hamstring, or you can straighten your knees. Ground into your left foot and come into a standing L or split on the left leg, lifting your right leg up. You can tent your fingers, bend the left knee a little bit, and pull your chest through like cobra. You can even have your hands on the mat, or you can have them on blocks, but really pulling the chest through, finding that balance. Inhale. Exhale, turn into half moon. So left fingertips forward, maybe right hand to your hip, open up the top hip, and your right arm up. Keep looking down for balance in your half moon. You can always use blocks to prop you up. Inhale, exhale, turn back, square your hips, come back into your standing L, hands down on the mat, and if you'd like, you can come up on the ball of the foot, just putting some weight into the hands, into the shoulders, lifting through the top heel. Use your glutes, inhale, and exhale, step it down, come into plank, and on your knees or straight legs, lower. Inhale, locust, arms by your side. You're flying in your locust, low belly down and strong in your glutes. Inhale, exhale, hands into the shoulders, tuck your toes, lift into downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet, happy squat. Arms out, come up onto your fingertips. Let your belly rest on your thighs. You can shake your head, make sure you're relaxed in the neck. Draw your low belly off the thighs, really strong. Inhale and exhale. Straighten your legs a little bit and then turn to your right for a crisscross fold. Now your left leg is behind, stretching that left hamstring, left glute. You can bend the knees, see how that feels. Good, ground into your right foot, come into standing L on the right leg, lifting the left heel. So try not to open in the hip, keep your hips level. Lift through the glute of the top leg and your heel. Good, you can have your fingertips tented and then pull the chest through. Try to keep a neutral neck. Inhale. Exhale, walk your right fingertips out and come into half moon. You can look down for balance. Your top hip now opens to the left. Left arm up, or your left hand can be on your hip. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, square the hips again. Now bend your right knee enough where you can bring your hands to the mat and grip the mat, and then come up on the ball of the bottom foot, lifting through that top heel as if you're going to come into a handstand. And if handstands in your practice, you're welcome to practice that. But here we're just leaning and lifting. Inhale and exhale, step it back, come into plank and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, locust, opening that up, low belly in, lifting through the shoulders, neck is neutral. Inhale and exhale, hands into the shoulders, tuck your toes, lift into downward facing dog. Stretch it out here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, hands to the mat, and step to downward facing dog. Good. Now without lifting your palms, step the left foot close to your hands as much as you can. And from here, we're gonna lift into warrior three. We've been here before, nice and strong. Airplane, and then open up to half moon. So try not to, you can try to hover, then come back into warrior three, airplane. and then back to half moon. And one more time, warrior three and half moon. You can land the hands if you need. Inhale and exhale, hands down. Step to downward facing dog, nice and strong. Without lifting your palms, so really grip the mat. Use your core as you step the right foot far forward as much as you can. And from here, you can even do it hands free. See if you can lift into your airplane, warrior three. Hands can be at your heart. Inhale and exhale, half moon. Let's try to hover it. You can always tap the hands, that's fine, and then come back into your warrior three. And half moon, hover. Inhale, warrior three. And exhale, half moon. Now you can land the hands. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. We're going to jump into frog pose or malasana and jump. Great work. Nice and open. Now we'll stretch out the hips and the glutes. Inhale and exhale. Take a seat. Stretch your legs out straight. Good. Step your left foot over the right. Lift up from the core. Spine is long, back of the neck in line. Inhale your right arm up. And exhale, twist to your left. Firm your glutes and firm the core as you open up the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale, counter twist for a little bit of stretch and then come back to the center. Legs are straight. Step your right over left. Sit up nice and tall. So really firm your glutes and your core is engaged here. You're hugging your hips energetically. Left arm up. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, twist to your right. Fingertips down on the mat. Open up the right shoulder. So think of this less of a twist as more, or it is a twist, but from the upper back, and think of it as a shoulder opener. So your upper back is in thoracic rotation. Inhale and exhale, counter twist. Then come back to center, legs are out, arms out, and slowly lower onto your back. You can take your time or you can go relaxed and roll down into it, however you feel. Give yourself a hug, knees to chest. Good. Bring your feet down on the mat. Cross your left ankle over the right thigh, figure four. And just really get into the hips here, into the glutes. Stretch that out. Stay here. You can hug your right knee into your chest and open that up in the left hip. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Other side. Feet down. Keep your pelvis neutral and then cross your right over left. Open up that right over left. Open up the right hip. Draw the belly in and then left knee towards your chest. Don't worry so much about how far you can fold this. We want to really open it up and keep a nice long spine. So your sacrum is grounded as you open up that right hip. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Come into happy baby pose, knees are wide. Grab your shins to start, just to keep that sacrum grounded. And then you can work your hands to your outer feet, But if you are kind of curling up in the bum area, then we really want to let that go to try to get a nice long spine. Then you can eventually work towards grabbing your big toes or your outer feet. Grounding into the shoulders, just letting this wash over you and releasing. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Bring the soles of your feet together, recline butterfly. Let your knees splay open, draw the belly in. Bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Let your body settle, your breath relax. And just take a moment of gratitude for yourself and your practice today. Just taking that time on the mat for yourself. Grateful for wherever we're at in our practice and thankful for what our bodies can do. From this place of gratitude, openness, slowly release your hands, release your legs. Legs are straight, feet as wide as the mat, toes splayed open, palms turned up, and even roll your shoulder blades underneath. Then let gravity melt the chest down, chin down to lengthen the back of the neck. You're welcome to pause the video and stay here as long as you like. Or you can join us for a couple minutes in Shavasana, surrendering to the stillness of your body, the softness of your breath. Come back to your breath. Bring some life to your fingers and toes. Bring your feet together, your arms overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. Roll to one side and just pause there for a moment. Let everything be heavy, your hips, your knees, your ankles, shoulders, wrists, the side of your head. Everything relaxed. Then slowly, using your hands, come up to seated. Trying to stay relaxed, movement slow. Coming back to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center. And just take a moment to honor your intention as a reminder to carry it with you off the mat. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. you for sharing your practice with me. May you find strength and power in your core to find balance on the mat and into your day and life. Namaste.